is this win the start of the Chargers turnaround, or is it kind of just delaying the inevitable firing of Coach Staley?
I think it's just delaying it. I do see that there are flashes, and again, we did see this team as a team that's going to win games. I didn't think they were going to be defeated all year long. So there will be times where they win games this season, but the way in which they do so, they have not shown any signs that they'll be a dominant team this year on either side of the ball as we have thought. And they could be a team that is fairly good on the offensive side, but losing Mike Williams is a big part. And Quentin Johnson, who's the younger they drafted this year, has not, though he seems to be somewhat of a Mike Williams clone, has not seemed to be that just yet. It's only 3 games, so small sample size, and will now have more opportunity to show that. But yet, he has not proved to be that. So if he is not going to be the 1B next to Keenan, it's going to be hard for that offense to stay afloat as they do, with so much focus now going to be on Allen and Eckler when he gets back as well. So I do think it's just delaying the inevitable. I think we're going to continue to see late game issues with this Chargers squad and them trying to figure out part of why they made that decision to go on that 4th down. They said that it was 89% chance that they would do it, that they would convert versus 82% chance they would win if they didn't. So going with analytics and trying to lean into that is part of why they made the decision that they did. Playing that game, while I give the numbers, can be helpful. Though they say numbers don't lie, numbers can lie to folks at times, and it can put them in tough situations. And I think the Chargers, instead of relying on that, can be leaves room for disaster potentially. So seeing what's going to go on with them, this defense not being what it was supposed to be really at all just yet. With Staley supposed to be more of a defensive coach in that regard too. Yeah, I think it's just delaying the inevitable, and that at some point there's going to be a disaster class that happens that ends up down pulling the plug on Brandon Staley there. So yeah, I think it's the delaying of the inevitable.
Yeah, I certainly wasn't rooting for a disaster class, as you say, but I felt like it was imminent. Like that loss felt like it was coming, and that 0-3 was going to be, like it was going to be crippling for his career as the head coach of the Chargers, which seems to be on lifeline right now. If you're just in Charger spaces, like the fans seem very much done with Staley. I talked about after like week 1, Eckler didn't throw him completely under the bus, but made a comment about the coaching part of it being an issue as well. But yeah, I think I agree with you. I feel like it's delaying the inevitable here. I think the offense has looked really good under Kellen Moore. I believe they're like 7th in the red zone scoring, and so they've improved significantly with him calling the plays. And I think, to your point, Quentin Johnston and Joshua Palmer are going to get some more looks in the offense. I believe they'll be able to fill in for Mike Williams' absence. But the defense, as you said, his brainchild, like his responsibility. They had to bench J.C. Jackson, their star offseason acquisition of last year, who did not pan out for them.
Correct.
And the defense just seems to have too many holes here, and I'm not confident that they're going to be able to pull out close games, which seems to be their Achilles heel. They lucked into playing themselves in the Vikings this week, but it's not going to be the Vikings every week. So, yeah, I think it's inevitable that his job will be gone very soon.
Yeah, good luck to him. Well, we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, it seems like the days are numbered at this point. He's doing his best to stay afloat. So on the positive side, I guess I'll ask you, is there a chance on the flip side that they do turn this around greatly and can be a team that we thought they would be still? Or you think that potential of them being championship contenders is out of the equation?
You say championship contenders?
Correct.
Oh, yeah. I definitely don't see them as championship contenders. Just back to your number one truth. I don't think they have the keys to what it takes to win just yet. They can show that if they sneak in the playoffs and can get a playoff win. I think that would be huge for the franchise.
Right.
Because they got there last year and then pulled the Chargers and blew a 27-point lead. So if they can show that they've mastered some things and are able to turn the corner and win a close game in the playoffs, that's different. But I don't see this team winning a Super Bowl. I think there's too many other teams just in the AFC alone that have more experience, have winning experience and Super Bowl DNA. So no, I definitely don't see them as Super Bowl contenders. But
Yeah.
if the turnaround is to be there, I'd say their ceiling is the first round of the playoffs.
All right. Had to ask. I agree with you, but folks did have high hopes for this Chargers squad. So if there was any hope left, I wanted to see what that would be. So yeah, so be it with them. Looking forward to what's next for both LA squads and all going on in the NFL. And yeah, just excited for another week of good football on the way.